much for those. He'll be traded within the next 24 to 48 hours. I really thought Sunday night watching the Super Bowl that by this time on Tuesday we would be talking about this trade, but it hasn't happened yet. And now we're hearing reports from Ian Rappaport and people saying that everybody's kind of taking a deep breath. Teams like the Colts are looking at other places. We hear Press Taylor is now being hired by the Indianapolis Colts. Could that be a thing to come? I don't know. And then you got crazy things like Doug Pederson wanted Carson Wentz back as a starter, and Howie Roseman, well, he didn't want him, and that's why they fired Doug. This goes complete opposite of what we've seen where the reports were that because the front office wanted Carson Wentz, they fired Doug. So who the hell knows what's going on? There's a lot of dysfunction. I had a video I was going to put out today on Howie Roseman and stuff like that, but I wanted to do a live stream before that. So I'll probably put that other video out late tonight or early tomorrow, but that's kind of where we're at right now. It seems like there's a pause on it. What do you guys think? What's going on? I want to hear what everybody. I want to get a sign. I want to know what you guys think. What is happening? James, Alex, Carlos, what's going on? Kara's here. How you doing? Kevin Bacon, what's up? Joe got locks. You know what? I just saw your email about 2 minutes ago. I hadn't had a chance to respond. But you said that your teacher, neighbors or something with Alex Singleton. He said Carson's not going to get traded. All right, it's pretty interesting. Jay, what's up, man? Sizzle, I hope you're having a good Monday, dude. You mean Tuesday? It's Tuesday, isn't it? Is it Tuesday or is it Monday? It's Tuesday. Yeah, I wanted this trade to happen in the next 2 days if it was going to happen. Trayvon, what's up, man? Freshie, what's up? I'm Wake. How are you? Ichigo, what's going on, man? Not all Bear fans want Wentz. I don't blame you. You got Trubisky. It's Tuesday, my man. Eagles with all of these reports. These reports are so frustrating. And I don't even like talking about them. But then if I don't talk about them and it happens, then it's like, why didn't you talk about it? So, there's not much you can do. You just kind of got to roll with it. Do you think the trade may not happen? I think it's possible the trade doesn't happen. And my preference is that it doesn't. That I don't let this guy walk away after 1 year. That I try to fix it. Now, in the video I'm going to do later and release to you guys later, that I was going to put out instead of the stream, I said it's simple. Why don't we take the approach of keep Carson Wentz and fire Howie Roseman? That's a great idea. Fire Howie. Howie is the biggest problem with everything, man. It honestly feels like this franchise is imploding. It does. How happy would you have been if you see breaking news Howie's fired? If that's, I would be happy. I would be so happy. If you would have told me you could win a Super Bowl, well, no, I won't go that far. But you could get into the playoffs or fire Howie Roseman. I would say no playoffs, fire Howie Roseman. Maybe Carson and Howie hugging it as we speak. I don't think so. I mean, they're saying Carson won't talk. Carson's getting along with everybody within the organization, but Howie Roseman. We going to stink for 5 years? I hope not. But look, we're dealing with Howie Roseman. Oh, Robert Dreaded, my man. Thank you so much. What's up, 500? Howie Roseman should be in the unemployment line collecting food stamps, but instead he's making bad decisions. Robert, I appreciate the super chat. I totally agree. It doesn't make any sense. How can we talk about accountability? How can the Eagles talk about accountability when one of the main guys is not accountable for anything? I'm going to have to put this on slow mode. I got a lot more people here than I thought I was going to have. I was thinking this would be like maybe 200 max. We're already at 3. So I need to put slow because I can't keep up with your comments. You guys type too fast, and I'm too slow with a reader. I got bad eyes. I probably need to get glasses. So I know some of you don't like it, but I'm sorry. I didn't expect that many people that quick. Lurie's in love with them. I know. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. Sean, what's up? Yo, what's good, Philly 500? Question for you, bud. Do you think that Carson's silence has anything to do with Rodgers said to him after the game he got benched in? No, I just think that here's why I think Carson is quiet. I think Carson Wentz is quiet because no matter what he says, he can't win. No matter what he says, he can't win. If he says, I want to stay in Philly, I want to be in Philly, then they trade him. Why didn't they like you? Why didn't they do this? And if he says, I want to get traded, then doesn't, it doesn't work out. Silence is smart, actually. You guys are worse than Jerry Jones nowadays. We are. I don't think we signed Jalen Mills. Do you think the quarterback's going to be next year? Right now, I'm going to say I think it's Jalen Hurts. But I'm hoping that we'll have an open. And look, it still might be Jalen Hurts, but let him and Carson battle it out. John Giel, man, thank you so much for super chat, man. Appreciate it. He says, I don't want him to go either, but feel we are in limbo. If he's going to go, then get over it with quick. Yeah, look, if he's going to go, and I'm sorry if I'm missing some of these. If I am, just repeat it. People, if you see them repeating questions, don't time them out for spam. Because I can't keep up with these. 342 people, 86 likes, 87. Let's get them likes up. I want them likes over 100. Howie Roseman is Thanos, and he's not even Thanos. Thanos is scary. Howie Roseman is just like, he's like Mr. Brain, you know? Takeem, my man, what's up? He says, Carson Wentz's agent told him to keep his mouth shut. Don't want Wentz in his driveway doing sit-ups and talking to the media. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think it's smart. We're just all assuming this means that. Yo, Phil, keep the email private. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to speak it out. I thought you wanted me to. Share it. I'm sorry. My bad. Hey, Philly, did you hear Russell Wilson once out of Seattle? Well, I heard he's complaining. Now, you want to bring Russell Wilson in, I'm willing to do that. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. He says, I actually would be mad if we got Trey Lance. You wouldn't be mad. I've seen a little bit of him. Haven't seen a ton. But if they trade him, I think it's possible. If Howie gets fired, you have to get the HOA league president. Jeez, forget that. Hey, Phil, you think you can get Patrick Pederson and Slate? No. I mean, look, Pederson's old. This team needs to get young. It needs to get young. You know, I'm ready to just rebuild the whole thing. So my expectations for Hurts next season is to compete for a starting job. And what I want to see from Hurts is I want to see him develop into a decent passer and prove that he could be a franchise quarterback. Because in my mind, I don't know that he is that yet. You know? I'll take Foles a first for Wentz straight up. And who's... All right, and would Foles be your backup? Filioso, my man, what's up? Pitts. Kyle Pitts, that's my guy. Who will be your GM if you guys fire? You have to go hire somebody. You have to hire somebody. Somebody is always willing to take a chance to be a GM. But we need football people running football things. You know? Hurts a poor man Russell Wilson. It might be, you know? How he looks like a sociopath. He has a way of causing all these issues. Okay? And then getting Jeffrey Lurie to believe it's everybody else's fault. If you notice, that happened towards the end of Andy Reid, happened with Chip Kelly. Now it's happening with Doug Pederson. We have seen guys like Louis Riddick, guys who are football guys, not want to work with him. There's reasons why this happens, you know? Lions Den, what's up, Lions Den? How are you, buddy? I love your channel, by the way. How he needs to be fired? I agree. That's the first thing that should happen. Even over trading Wentz. Trading Wentz will be the biggest mistake in franchise. I'm afraid it could be. I told you he was a snake, and I want him gone complete. Me too. He's got to go. He is. Got to go. If Russell Wilson comes to Philly, who starts Wilson? Wilson. Look, how old's Wilson, by the way? How old is Wilson? Is he 30? I would take, man, if you could get Wilson, Bob, do you realize the price that would cost you? I mean, it would be at least 3 first rounds. 32. Oh, he's 32? He's older than I thought. I thought he was 30. Maybe it won't cost you as much as you think. I can't believe they would trade Wilson. But I'll say this. Even if the Eagles got Russell Wilson, they're not ready to go to the Super Bowl. I still think they're players away. You know? A team like maybe Pittsburgh goes after him. Who's going to be the first quarterback? I have no idea, Jose Daniel. Right now, I'll say Hurts, you know? Non-con, he says, Foles. I understand why Foles fans want Foles. I just don't understand why the Eagles would put Hurts in that position. Philly, it's the end of an era, bro. Let's get sad today. It ain't over yet, man. It ain't over yet. How are we keeping a talent evaluator and trading a talented quarterback? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know what the hell's going on. There are reports every day from anonymous sources about Carson Then you get reports that the Eagles fired Doug because they want to keep Carson. Now we're getting reports that the Eagles fired Doug because Doug doesn't believe in Hurts and trusts Carson. So what is going on? And how come Howie Roseman is not responsible for that second round pick? This is stupidity at its finest. You know? A rumor is that we can get Darius Williams for Wentz straight up. He is a much better than the first round pick. Cheap. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. I need draft picks for Carson. 500 for GM. Make sure you DM Eagles on Instagram. Yeah, right. Foles is a backup. I agree. I was watching Wentz highlights and I could see Wentz's stomach coming out of 2019 to 22. I'm telling you, Zachary. Look, I got a video. I'm gonna post it. I'll try to post it tonight. I didn't edit it or anything. Maybe I'll just post what I have. And it shows you 2019 Carson highlights, then 2020. And you can see the difference. He can't move in 2020. And not only he can't move, but they're telling him not to. He's not even trying. That the Eagles for you, Philly. What's up, Keith? Well, I don't know. What was the second part of that question? Hurts is Wilson 2.0? Maybe. I wonder if Wentz actually eats Cheetos junk all day. Probably not. But I mean, dude, when you start seeing the woogie things on his face start showing up again and all those kind of things, you know he's under pressure. You know he's eating bad. Because when he was on that whole Tom Brady diet and he wasn't eating meat and all that stuff, he didn't get those woogie bumps at all. Wilson has a much better arm than Hurts. Yeah, Wilson does have a better arm than Hurts. I agree. Wentz has a Mahomes-like play style. Watching the Super Bowl remind me of Wentz last year. He does, and you have to build the offense according to that. You know, I need Carson to convince Lurie to fire Howie. Me too. Could you imagine a situation where the owner is choosing the GM, a guy who's not even a football guy, who has been bad, over the franchise quarterback, and for that GM who stinks? And I'm saying this in my video today. They're willing to give. He's willing to eat $33 million. What the hell does Howie Roseman have on this guy? It's insane. So from the city, thank you for the super chat, buddy. He says, "Tell Carson I got the car ready. Peace." I will let him know. We're going to a buffet later tonight. I'll tell him. 500. Who's bigger, Carson or DeMarcus Russell? How big was I think DeMarcus Russell was. I don't remember how big DeMarcus Russell was. What I miss, sir? Not much. Do I want T.Y. Hilton? No. Look, I'm under the assumption that if you're going to trade Carson Wentz, that we're going to rebuild this whole thing, and it's going to take two to 3 years to be competitive again. That's what I'm assuming. Okay. If you keep Carson Wentz and you want to get Hilton, okay. But if you're going to go with a second-year quarterback, then rebuild around him right. Stav, what's up, man? He says, would you draft Fields? No. I wouldn't draft a quarterback at all. Howie Roseman, I am Daniel James. You're so right. I wouldn't draft a quarterback at all. He was 450 pounds the last time. You mean Russell, right? Phil, you heard Russell Wilson isn't happy in Seattle. I heard he was complaining, but he didn't say he was going to get traded. Daddy's Kitchen, he says, what's up, Philly? We need to get a first-rounder or don't trade him. But if and when he's traded, we need to get a veteran quarterback to push Hurts. Yeah, but not a veteran quarterback not named Nick Foles. He can't deal with that. Yes, you did, buddy. I saw what happened to you. Woogie bumps from something about Mary. Remember those big things? That's what Carson gets on his face. 500. It's important to get a tackle and see what happens at Kate. You see, oh, well, yeah, look, Hawk, 215. I agree. I'm not sold on Slater. A lot of people, he's like rising up the draft board. Penny Sewell would be the guy, you know. Howie's killing us right now. You know, he is killing us. Watch us get Andrew Luck out of retirement. That'd be interesting. 500, you ready for the Folesian Society versus Hurtsian? The Church of Hurts is what it's called. Yeah, I'm ready for the Folesian Society versus the Church of Hurts. I'm going to be sitting. I'm impartial on this one. So I would have to lean Hurts. I don't think Foles should start. But let me tell you, anybody that thinks that Folesian Society wants Hurts to start over Nick you're gladly mistaken. Goodwin is playing this year unless we trade him. Yes, he is. What's good, Meg Man? So do you think Howie Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie are lovers? No, but I think that Howie Roseman has like compromising photos of Jeffrey Lurie in some sort of brothel like this, getting his ass slapped or something. Because I can't believe he would keep that guy. Who's worse, Jerry or Howie's worse? Howie is worse. Yo, 500, I'm so sick of this shit. Just want it to be over with. Oh, me too, Tyrese. I am so sick of it. Asante Samuel Jr. I did one of his on my Dingbat super fans. I did a reaction to him. I like him. I like him a lot. You know. I don't want Napoleon Foles that stiff. I don't want him either. And it's not because I don't like him. And if I'm missing I'm trying to catch up to these. So if I miss your thing, I apologize. Howie has pictures. He has something. I was so good this year. Foles Society will be saying leave Foles on the bench. Let me tell you. Let me tell you what the Pope of the Foles Society said to me. Pope of the Foles Society, Nitro, who's a friend of mine. He said, we talked about it. It was like he's like Foles coming back. I'm like, well, we're gonna take a couple years probably to get ready to go again. He's like, no, because Foles is gonna be the starter. See, a lot of them think that Foles will be the starter, and Hurts won't. I don't think Foles can be the starter. I think it'll be Hurts, which will make it hard on him. Trade Hurts and Wentz, draft Justin Fields, and have Nick Foles play next year. That I'm okay with. If you were in a situation where you were going to start Foles or you draft a quarterback, then I would say trade Hurts too. You should make an album Nelson song that is the best. Okay. Get rid of both Howie and Wentz. Do what the Sixers do. New coaches, trade stars, fire GM, clean. That's what I think we're at, Papa. That's what I would do. I would start saying anybody on that Super Bowl team, it's time to go. It's just time to go. We love what you did, appreciate it, but we got to rebuild this thing. I honestly think that Lurie is going to let go of how he fixes his cap up a little bit throughout the next couple of years. No, I don't like either. Yeah, the thing with Howie and the cap is, remember, Howie Roseman, he's the one. He is the one that screwed up our cap. He's the one that caused it. So it's like, So Wentz is not talking to Howie, so they say, yeah. Right now, we're going to hear rumors. They're going to hear teams, the Colts talk to the Eagles, the Bears, the Raiders, the 49ers. Right now, who the hell knows what's going on? All I know is I got 514 people here. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you guys so much. And I should be releasing a video tonight. Howie's the biggest problem, and it's making me sick. He's the biggest problem. He's the only guy not accountable for anything. Wentz needs to stay. Howie's got to go. I agree. Trade Howie for some cornbread carbohydrates. Just get rid of him. Let's get rid of him. We'll be much off. We'll be better off. Fields is good. No idea what you're watching. I don't have a problem with Fields. I just don't want him. Trade going to happen probably tomorrow or Thursday. I think this trade's going to get delayed. I think Ian Rappaport said it looked like it was going to happen. Now it looks like everybody's taking a deep breath and everybody's kind of going back to their corners. And I got a feeling this thing's going to drag out like another week. I mean, it seems like it's never going to happen. It sounds like the Eagles are not getting what they want. I just read an article on Pro Football Talk, and they were talking about how the Eagles are starting to lose trade leverage. So, I always wondered, could the Eagles get a first-round pick? I wonder, Yeah, I'd trade Howie for boogers. Absolutely, Marvin. I've heard the Eagles are losing. Yeah, yeah, I read the same article. Absolutely. B-Dog, McNabb, Axman, and Teal, all great guys. Fire Howie for Lewis Reddick. I think Reddick would be great. Good, do not trade Wentz. Hey, look, my first thing is not to trade him. I want to see how he handles himself. How's he going to handle himself when he has to stay, when he has to compete? I think it's a great character test. What's up with the Pederson? Well, there was an article on Bleeding Green Nation, and they were talking about how the Eagles fired Doug because Doug wanted Carson to be the starter going forward. He didn't believe in Hurts. And, this is contradicting pretty much everything we've heard so far. So, kind of crazy. But if you want Howie to fix the cap, then you would have to resign him next friend. I don't want Howie screwed up the cap. Howie's the one that screwed it up, Can you? I help you with your mouth homework? Yeah. Let me do my Howie Roseman. 2 by 3 times 4 divided by the quantifical gravitational pull of the Earth that doesn't rotate minus the symbiotic number 11 minus the 6 equals a third round pick. So your answer is 42. Trade your GM for just fire the GM. Good for the division if Wentz is in Philly. I agree. Carson would sit out if he came back to the Eagles. Well, Spike, we don't even know that he wants to be traded. We have an idea, but he never asked for it. Kevon Walsh breakout season? I don't know. I don't know. We have so many new things going on with coaches. I just don't know. BMO, what's up, man? We're stuck with Howie for the next season. No new GM would want this cap headache or QB issue. Look, man, I'll let my daughter be the GM over Howie. Zach Wilson is trash. Couldn't even beat Coastal Carolina. I haven't watched enough of him to say. Love people saying they know Wentz will do when he's... Yeah, he hasn't said anything. Howie Roseman for meatballs. I'm a vegetarian. There you go. Dak won't return to Dallas. He wasn't in the hope... Oh, I saw that. And he's following Washington now. It's pretty interesting. Nat, what's up, man? He says, with everything said about him, I'm surprised he even wants to be in the league. Or that any team would want him if it's true. Yeah, yeah, all the things said about him, why would a team want to pay that much for him? I get it. But it's all bullcrap. Penalty, he says, Howie has to have some picks of Lurie. It's so true. It's true. Carson hates Howie. Howie sabotaged his career. So if your franchise quarterback hates your GM, why keep the GM? Make the franchise quarterback happy. Howie Roseman's not throwing any passes anytime soon. He can't even draft. Shit. He can't even draft. Umbrella Man. That's all I have to say. The guy drafted Umbrella Man. Hey, Philly, I do not get it. If I don't want to trade Wentz. I'm a huge believer. If you look at the stats, he's still great. Plus, remember, paint. Yeah, no, Angel, I feel the same way. I feel the same way as you. I don't want to trade him either. But if we're going to, I got to get a lot for him. Bashir, what's up, man? I just don't understand how an owner is so loyal to a GM who's not that good. He's not that good. Yes, they won a Super Bowl in 2017. I think it was a lucky fluke accident. I think it was a fluke accident. Everybody they signed worked out. And it was just one of those things, I really do. So let me see something real quick. Hold on. Damn, where is it? Hey, why did Dawson get timed out? Paul 44, you can't time him out for that. You can't time him out. He didn't say anything wrong. We don't time out people on this channel. Hey, I hope it was an accident because you can't do that. Yeah, you didn't even hear about Blunt or Torrey Smith after we won. No, we didn't. It was a lucky year for all of us. I just think everything went our way. Going to be hard to get a return hitman. His stock is low. And teams know they're doing... Well, that's what I said. I never thought they could get a first. I didn't even think we could get a second, Starting the football knowledge of Jeffrey... Oh, Jeffrey doesn't know what the hell's going on. I don't think he does, 500. Wentz in a third-round pick for wide receiver Harry from the Pats. Hey, Jay Triller, how do you like that Washington quarterback Dak Prescott? Huh? He don't even follow his own team. Your quarterback don't even follow his own team. You guys stink. Skills Entertainment, thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate that. He says Wentz is not going to be traded, and it's going to be awkward. It could be very awkward. I think it's very possible. Yeah, Colts signed Press Taylor today as like an offensive passing assistant. You got to wonder if that Press Taylor hire is something to do with Carson. It does, Man, I hate that guy got timed out for that. I hate when people get timed out on my channel. I love it when Philly 500 says someone else's team stinks. Frank the Tank. They do stink. I mean, you got a quarterback that don't even follow his own team. He follows his division rival. I got you loving the Pitts pick now. I love Pitts. I did my Jamar Chase. I did my Patrick Surtain. A couple days I'll have Caleb Farley and Devontae Smith out. I'll be scared if Dak is a Washington Wizard, of Washington no name. But hey, we only have time. We only time out for spam threats. Yeah, that's it. People don't deserve to be timed out. But sometimes accidents happen. Like I got big sausage fingers, so I get it. You know. Please, Carson getting traded already. Sick and tired of this. I don't know what's going on. You know. Smith is a dog. Look, let me tell you, I have to do 2 parts of Smith. There's so much to watch. He said it was an accident. Okay, no problem. Accidents happen. What's my favorite food? Gnocchi. 4-11-1. Yeah, look, I'm not claiming we're going to any playoffs or Super Bowl. You don't hear me saying that. Wings ain't going nowhere. Face it. Well, if the Eagles aren't getting what they want, then you might be right. Doesn't sound like they're getting what they want. Teams don't want to pay 2 first-round picks. You know, it may be the best thing for him. I was talking to my friend that said Daniel Jones is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. Yeah, I don't know what planet he's on. Patrick Surtain falls to the Cowboys. I don't want Surtain going to the Cowboys. But I tell you who I don't want going to the Cowboys even more. Kyle Pitts. I don't want Pitts anywhere near the Giants or the Cowboys. David, what's good with you, man? Reports are saying we are losing leverage with the Bears because Wentz is saying he prefers the Colts. Yeah, I read that on Pro Football Talk earlier. Yeah, I mean, look, it's quite possible. You know, it's going to happen. And I think the longer these teams wait, they know that March deadline's coming for the Eagles, that they want to get rid of them beforehand. And as that happens, you're going to see the Eagles get more desperate. If I was the Colts or the Bears, I would call the Eagles bluff right now. I'd wait it out. I'd wait. Dave, what's up, man? Colts got good offensive line, though. I agree. House, you're the smart friend. Congratulations. What's up, House Nelson? We need to make everyone take a pay cut. We need to cut a lot of people. You know. They're trying to keep him before March 17th. They're trying to get rid of him before then. Yeah. Ryan Charles, man, thank you so much for the super chat. Do you win any end of the year bets? I didn't. No, I didn't. I lost all my football bets because they didn't hit the over in the Super Bowl. No, I didn't win anything at the end of the year. Patrick, man, thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate that. He says, how about a straight up trade? Wentz and Darius Leonard. Well, I love Darius Leonard, but I think the Eagles got to get picks back. You got to get picks, you know? I got you, Chase. Mods always get it. Yeah, memberships get first crack at wrenches. They get a chance. But I will, if they abuse it too, I'll take it from them. But they always get a chance. The Eagles unfollow Wentz on Instagram. Did they? I don't. They could do that all they want. Look at our quarterback in the chat. Is our quarterback in the chat? Is Jalen Hurts here? At least Andy Dalton stinks. Yo, 500. Rager and Pitts on the outside. Goddard and Goodwin in the. Yeah, look. Well, it all depends on. I gotta see Kyle Pitts 40 time. Wentz for 662 fifth round picks. That's how much Howie likes compensatory picks, something like that. Yeah, it just seems like the Eagles are not going to get what they think or what they want. So let's say there's no trade. Do you think Wentz fights for the job or just wait to trade next year? I think he has to fight for a job. You know, even if he fights for the job and doesn't win it, but, you know, shows good heart, plays decently, he'll have value. But I think he has to fight. Skills Entertainment, thank you for super chat, man. I appreciate it. How do you feel about Devin White? Wish we had him. Oh, I love him. Yeah, I mean, Devin White makes me want to draft Micah Parsons, you know. My hope is if we do trade Carson, we get that extra first-round pick at 20 or 21, that maybe Parsons falls a little bit and we can get him. Colts ready to win right now. Chi-Town's still trying to find identity. Agreed. I don't blame Wentz. If I was Carson, I would rather go to Colts than the Bears. I do. I think the Colts are a better team. Harak, thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. He says, Wentz to the Colts equals Super Bowl plus MVP. Mark my words, 100%. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it at all. You hear about the Super Bowl streaker making over 300,000 betting on himself? What did he bet? What do you mean he betted on himself? Oh, like would there be a streaker in the game and he streaked? That is genius. Genius idea. The only ungenius part is you can't admit that you had a bet. Jamar Pitts, Devontae Smith with 6th pick, and a defensive player falls to our Wentz first round pick, like Parsons and a quarterback. I agree, MB. Agreed. Carson will never see a Super Bowl as a starter. I don't know that. If Carson Wentz goes to the Colts, do we get Foles? No, you wouldn't get Foles at that point. System of the Knot says, anyone else worried about Brandon Brooks ever since we paid him? He's been hurt twice and missed majority of the last 2 seasons, or is it just me? No, I'm worried about Pitt. I'm worried about Brooks, but I'm also worried about Lane Johnson. Lane Johnson's, they had to restructure his ankle or something. I mean, I think both those guys look like they're worn out. They look beat up, And I'm sorry, like I said, we got almost 600 people in here, so I apologize if I'm missing any of your chats. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. PD Tatted says, would you do this, Philly? Bears trade for Wentz and give up Khalil Mack and a first for our 2nd round pick and Wentz and Ertz? Probably. Yeah. How many times dude, I ain't even sleeping at night. I'm up at 4 in the morning checking. You got to be kidding me. I wake up every hour, check. I really thought this thing was going down yesterday. And then you had all the reports yesterday that it was going to go down in the next 24, 48 hours. Now we're hearing that it may take a lot longer. I say we trade Wentz for first and trade both our firsts next year first to Jacksonville. Will they? I don't think they take the trade. I think they're going to go with Lawrence. Yonk, when you come in the channel, I don't know. Email me and we'll schedule something. Maybe the news will be tomorrow. You never know when. I mean, this thing could go down, I guess, at any time. But who knows? Howie was too greedy. He is annoying other GMs. He is. The one thing I hate is when they report something's close, and I'm like, I don't want to put this out there. I really don't, because I don't know if it's true. But then if you don't put it out there, people are like, you missed the ball on it. So you don't really have a choice. But I always tell people, I am not a reporter. I don't report. I'm not a reporter. I am an opinionist. I give you my opinion about what's going on. Davion Taylor, and that just gives me a little more leeway. Davion Taylor and Maddox as safety, please. Davion Taylor at safety? I know. Davion Taylor's got to be a linebacker. He's got to put on weight. Jeff McClain and other low-rated reporters are spreading disinformation. Well, all the reports keep changing. It's the Eagles fired Doug Pederson because Doug Pederson didn't want Carson Wentz. He wanted Hurts. Now we got reports the complete opposite. What the hell is it? The only thing I can tell you is that this all happens, and I even think the anonymous sources and all this, I think this is all because of Howie Roseman. I blame him for all of it. Howie hate is overblown in my opinion. People looking for someone to blame when it was a team self-destruction. I gotta disagree. I think that there are problems. But when there are problems, he does not know how to handle it. And then, to magnify it and make it worse, you do something like draft Jalen Hurts in the 2nd round. Nothing against Hurts. I like Hurts. But just the automatic problems that creates is just, with Howie Roseman, ever since he was GM, even at the end of Andy Reid, you guys may not remember, but Andy Reid and reports were that Andy Reid and Howie fought over drafting Earl Thomas. Andy wanted Earl Thomas, and Howie wanted Brandon Graham, and they fought. Howie eventually won. Andy goes. Then you had Joe Banner before that goes after a fight with Howie. You have people leave the organization that were talent values because of Howie. You have the Chip Kelly thing because of Howie. Now you have the Doug Pederson, Carson Wentz thing because of Howie. Everything happens. He's at the center of it. He's an evil genius. He's like this little guy, like a big brain. What's the big brain comic book character? That's him. This dude is constantly causing these issues. You know, he doesn't even have his own house in order. He's got people leaking anonymous sources left, right, man. Come on, man. You know? Yo, if Pitts runs slower than 4.5, are you taking Chase Smith? If Pitts runs probably like, if Pitts, let's say he ran a 4.6.5, 4.7, I'm going with Devontae Smith. Russell Wilson just for he wants out. Well, look, I mean, I would trade Carson Wentz and something else to get Wilson. I love Wilson. But the problem is Wilson's not going to want to come to Philly and wait 2 years. Sit Wentz for a year on the bench, give him an office next to Howie, take the financial hit, and let Howie think about it daily. If you're going to keep him, just let the best man win. Howie got naked pictures of Lurie with he's got something, Bashir. Howie is Murdoch. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's the truth. If you look at the track record, 2017, right? 2016, 2017, he was quiet. He was a new man. But now we're right back to the same things. You know? I'm not saying there are other problems, but everything gets magnified with him. What's good, 500? Love your channel, King. Thank you, Jerry. If we keep Wentz, we have to get him weapons. Yeah. And they promised him weapons last year. Look, if I'm Carson Wentz and I'm talking to GM, right? So we're going to get you weapons. We're going to get you weapons. And then I see DeAndre Hopkins get traded from the Texans to the Cardinals. I'm pissed off. I'm pissed. Phil, you need to hear this. I have a Bears fan, and he said he does not want Wentz because he is Jay Cutler 2.0. Yeah, a lot of Bears, I've heard that. A lot of Bears believe that he is Jay Cutler 2.0. Do you remember what the Bears gave the Broncos for Cutler? It was like 2 1s, a third, and something else. It was a lot. Howie thinks he's Kevin Costner. Yeah, he thinks Kevin Costner, they wrote that script in honor of him. I don't know. I don't believe Carson is Jay Cutler. Nobody is good, not one, especially Doug Pederson. Pederson left because of issues with Howie Roseman. That's why he's not here. Eagles are going to be 4th in the East. It could happen. Would you put Whiteside in GM? No, why? I bet you Whiteside could play GM. I bet you. He's a smart guy. I mean, the guy who carries an umbrella around. You got to be smart if you convinced your own mother, to carry an umbrella at training camp for you. You got to be smart because my mother would beat my ass if I said to Esbury the Booth, what's happening? What's going on? I'm not a Whiteside guy either. Reports are that Luck may be coming back, so if true, won't go there. Yeah, I mean, we don't know. That's been going on for about a week, you know? Nobody knows talent like Big Red. Yeah, I mean, Andy Reid knew big talent, and they took that power from him towards in the last year, 2 years of him coaching the Eagles. They gave it to Howie Roseman. I don't see Super Bowl. I'm sorry, 500, but I don't see any Super Bowl anytime soon. No. I miss Luck. I hope it's true too. I predicted Luck would come back at some point. There's no competition between Wentz and Hurts. It's Wentz all day. Let him win it. Let him go and win it. You know? Let the best man win. Yeah, Brainiac. That's right. Yeah. Yo, the Brainiac. Yeah, that's what he is. But he's horrible with dealing. He's like Mr. Spock. You know, he's like, oh, the calculation is 5.321. We can save $3.02 on March 6th, and then on March 7th we can make the. He's that guy, but he has no personality to deal with people. Greg Mills, what's happening? Well, everything's Nate Gary's fault. The whole world's fault is his fault. I'm tired of Howie, and it's like I can't even get excited about, oh, we get this pick. Let's say we got two number ones. I can't even get that excited about it because my first thought is, oh shit, Howie's 2 more picks to screw up. That's how I feel. Jess, what's up? I got a video I did today. I wasn't even gonna do a stream, and I'll probably put that out later because it's already done. But I mean, it's crazy. Dingbat 19 is Nathan Gary's fault. It's always fault. The fact that Wentz doesn't want to fight tells us everything. Yeah, Evan, if the rumors are true that he doesn't want to fight, Yeah, but what if he does want to fight, and we just don't know it, and it's just the press, 20 Eagles 215. What is up, my man? Where's Lamont? I don't know where Lamont is. I don't know, but I'm glad that Lamont came in. He could speak, and nobody blocked him. I'm very happy about that. I'm telling you, it doesn't end. It doesn't end until Howie's gone. I want to fight. I want to fight too. And I don't know that Carson doesn't. I just know. I just know that we assume it. I'm gonna tell you this. From my perspective, if I'm Carson Wentz and I'm going, Howie Roseman just got my coach fired. My coach got fired because he's controlling everything. This guy promised me the world. He gave me nothing. He promised me weapons. I can't waste my career with him as GM. We'll never win. Maybe he thinks that. Maybe it's not about fighting. I'm just throwing that out there. So I want Wentz to, on the Bears, he talented, and I believe 113 touchdowns to 50 interceptions. Maybe. If Wentz felt that way or wanted to be nothing, is stopping him from speaking. He's heartless, gutless, quitter, 100% bust. If you assume that everything that you're not hearing is that he just wants out, I don't know what's going on. I think what you need is you need an owner who recognizes the chaos and the dysfunction, because it's dysfunction within the organization, and starts to look at Howie and says, I'm not paying $33 million for Carson Wentz to go be an MVP somewhere else. I'm keeping him, and I'm getting rid of Howie. That would change the direction of this franchise. Even if they fired Howie and still traded Carson, just get rid of Howie. He is killing us. You're scared for April 21st? What's April 21st? Is that draft day? Yo, Philly, what up? We should keep Wentz and draft a quarterback at 6 since I don't want no quarterback. I don't want no quarterback. Even if we trade Wentz, I don't want a quarterback. If Jeffrey is all about the integrity of the team, why is he allowing Howie to make this team a laughingstock of the NFL right now? I feel like the Browns. He is. There's only accountability to the players, to the coaches. There's no accountability for him. I mean, did you hear the press conference where he was like, "Oh, Howie, the picks he wanted weren't there, so I don't hold the picks against him." What? I've never heard of something so ridiculous. Carson wants to be successful, and dysfunction here isn't going to let that happen. It's a smart move. It might be, and I mean, time will tell. But right now, if you tell me it's Carson Wentz or Howie Roseman or any player versus Howie Roseman, I'm going player. Yeah, I know. 49ers and Texans, everybody's calling about Carson. Look, these are all just rumors out there. I don't even like talking about these things anymore. I only do it because I got to cover my ass. He ain't going to Washington, no. We'll see what happens. I think a lot of these reports, like, the 49ers called today, and the Texans called. Those come from probably the Eagles or people putting it out there to try to drum up interest to get the Colts or the Bears to give what they want. Wentz fought for us, and coach put him in a bad spot playing Peters injured almost the whole season. Hurts played with a healthy line. Wentz didn't. And Hurts could just get out of situations. Carson couldn't. 500. Remember when a gallon of milk was 49 cents? I'm not that old. I'm old, but I'm not that old. No, I don't remember that. Jermaine, what's up, man? Trade crying ass Carson for Uncle Rico. I have a feeling it's either going to happen tonight or not long time. I would think, look, I still think he's getting traded. I still think it's going to happen. It's just, I don't know if the Eagles are going to get what they want. It just doesn't sound like they got as much leverage as we think. Hurts got sacked 6 times versus Arizona. What do you guys talk about? He still could move out of the pocket better than Carson could, I really hope and pray Wentz doesn't go to the Saints. That would be awful. They would go, yeah, I would not like that. I told you someone was watching your videos 500, hence all the trade rumors. Yeah, right? You ain't kidding. These rumors don't come from me. I just give my opinion on them. I remember getting 3 loaves of bread for $1 at Wonder Bread. Yes, Wonder Bread. I remember in Jersey when gas was 94 cents, 93 cents. Going to work cost me $5. It literally cost me $5 to fill up. Oh, the good old days. Now it's ridiculous. Keep Wentz if you don't want him. Keep Wentz if you don't get what you want. Yeah, well, that's what I would do. Carson Wentz signed. He can't sign with Denver, but that's a good try though. 500. I'm calling it out. Carson gets traded on draft day. See, the thing is they got to pay Carson. They got to pay him money. They're gonna have to pay him money if my pimp ring is in its thing. I forgot my pimp ring, man. Gas was 50 cents when I started driving. Holy crap! It was 90 something cents when I started. What's up, Philly? I just got off work. How are you doing? I'm great, David. How are you, man? We got 635 mother humpers in here. Thank you so much. If you're new to the channel, please like, please subscribe. We do this all the time. I hope Wentz drives and trades values down. Solo, they have to cut him and pay him, and he gets blessed with a big contract. I don't think they would cut him. I just think they'll keep him. Once Carson started engaging in matrimonial duties, he became bad. Well, women weaken legs is what you're trying to tell me. I don't know, man. I mean, I could see if he like matrimonial duties. Okay, you start eating. I don't need to eat. A cigarette? Give me a cigarette. That's okay. If Carson became a smoker, you know what I mean? I'm all good. G-Code, what's up, man? I'm out at Taco Tuesday 500. What up? What is up with you, man? We're talking more crap. The trade watch is underway. 500. I'm a big cigar guy. What's your go-to brand? I like Diesel, Monte Cristo. I've had Monte Cristos. I don't know. I don't have a specific brand. The ones that Wisconsin Eagle fans sent me, they're probably my favorites. Them and Kenmore. Kenmore sent me some really good ones too. I still have a couple of those left. But the best cigar I ever smoked was a Cuban. Philly, if Devontae Smith's there at 6, you taking him or Pitts if they both on the board? Jeez, that is such a tough question. I did a Devontae Smith one. And I was so impressed. I'm like, I have to do another one of these because there's just so many highlights. If I'll say this, if Pitts runs a 5-4, a 4-5, I'm sorry, a 4-5, 4-4, somewhere in that range, I'm taking Pitts. If he doesn't, then I might take what's his face. What about Marquise Goodwin? Do you think we would get him be good if he didn't opt out? No, I don't think it would have helped. I don't think anything was going to help the Eagles because that offensive line, defensive line was so beat up. Your defense was just not good. J.C. Horn, is he Joe Horn's kid? Breaking news, Carson Wentz was spotted at a buffet. I'm sure he was. Philly, I'm watching you while I'm operating a forklift. Very cool. I used to operate one. I still do sometimes doing work. I like Wentz more when he was a virgin. You liked him when he was a virgin? He was a little happier? I don't know. He should be a little better when he's not. I don't know. I want my boy Devontae Smith roll tide. I love him. You have a few troll wrench guys. I have a few troll wrench guys? What do you mean? You don't have to be an Eagle fan to be a wrench guy. You just channel members get first crack at it. You just have to be here. All I ask, I don't care you talk shit. I don't care you argue amongst each other. All I care, I don't even care if you troll. Just don't time out people for anything but racist stuff, spam, or threatening to hurt, like kill somebody, like something like that. Other than that, it's all good. We free over here. Do you think Nate Gary could be G? I don't think so. JC is Joe. He is Joe Horn's son. That's interesting. So he's a son. Sertan is a son of interesting. Dude just had a kid. That's why he's not doing press-ups. I don't think that's what it is. Hurts has a lot of talent. I liked his touch passes, sideline throws. In my opinion, he has intangibles if we move on from... I think so. Look, I think he deserves a fair chance, What's up, Dank? How are you? What do you want for Wentz? And do you think he'll get traded? I still think it sounds like he's going to get traded, but I need a lot. I need the first round. I want at least... What I want is like a first-round pick and a good player. A good young player, like a Roquan Smith. Jamar Chase or Pitts on the board at 6. Who you taking? Jamar Chase or Kyle Pitts? Probably Pitts. But it still depends on what Pitts runs. I want to know how fast he is. Because my idea of Pitts is that I put him on the outside. Maybe he's a receiver. Robert, thank you for the super chat, my man. Appreciate that. Question 500. You have one shot at saving the world and stopping a nuclear standoff. Okay, who do you go with to make the decision? Nate Gary or Howie Roseman? I go Nate Gary. I got to go Nate Gary. Howie may annoy them. Dash the Six, what's up? He says, oh geez, I didn't realize this was live. I was watching an old video and then started playing. Well, welcome, Dash. David Moss says, I think Wentz needs to stop eating the animals he kills. He's so fat. I thought the animals he killed, I thought they were like lean meat. You know? Hey, Philly, serious question. If we get a first for Wentz, would you want to draft Najee Harris to run the 2 running back set? Because I have a feel. I love Najee Harris. I love Najee Harris. My question is Najee Harris a first-round pick or is he a second-round pick? Because I would definitely take him in the second round. You know what I mean? Gary's out of position. Yeah, he is. Did anyone think about the possibility that Lurie stopped, delayed the trade in a crisis to decide whether to keep Carson or Howie? No, Nicholas. I mean, but that would be a welcome story if it was true. Oh, I think a lot of people are getting cut. Second round, yeah, I would take him in a second. I broke my finger, so it's all, yeah, definitely Nate Gary's fault. I did a Asante Samuel Jr. Reaction view for my superfan Dingbats and my channel memberships. All I can say, I love Asante Samuel Jr. I really like him. I think he's got a nose for the ball, man. Even though he's a little small, I like him. What about finally a stud linebacker? Wouldn't that be nice? I mean, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I don't know. Let's say situation. Let's say the Eagles trade Carson to the Colts, or they trade him to the Bears, and they get the 20 or 21st. If Parsons falls, I would take him. I would love Roquan Smith. Yeah, I like Asante. Richard Sherman says he wants to play for a competitive team. That means he does not want to play for you all. Very true. Very true. As well as he probably doesn't want to play for Dallas. Maybe Giants will be competitive. We'll see. Chaos, my man. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the super chat. He says, Philly, this is the most depressing off season ever. Do you agree? It is. It is depressing. And what's depressing about it to me, and thank you for the super chat, Chaos, isn't even that they might get rid of Carson. It's that that the whole world sees the problem. Everybody knows what the problem is, who's the problem, what has to change, except the one guy that needs to know that, the owner. And knowing that is really what sucks. What GM ever survives 4 different coaches? Roquan, yeah, look, I don't think the Eagles could get Roquan. Look, I said this all along. I think the Eagles can't even get a second-round pick for him. And people think I'm crazy. I might be. I read an article and said Ty Hilton would come with our coach. Yeah, but T.Y. Hilton's older. I mean, I if you're going with Jalen Hurts, he's a second-year quarterback. Let's not bring old veterans in. As good as he might be, let's get the young guys playing. That way, when those young guys, look, we may lose this year, we may lose next year, but once those guys start playing, they're good, all of a sudden we're going to start winning, and we're going to be good for years. Once it's not being on the Eagles might not even be enough for them to win. Look, I don't think the Eagles get better because they get rid of Carson Wentz. I don't think they're going to get better. Who's the guy making the picks? I don't think they trade Wentz for less than a first plus a bit more. You might be right, but that may be the holdup. You know, maybe the holdup is that the Eagles want all this, and teams are like, we ain't doing it. And March is coming. You're going to have that roster bonus hit, and we'll wait it out. What if the Cowboys decide not to pay Dak, but instead trade up to get Justin Fields? That'd be interesting. Look, I think there's something going on with Dallas. I mean, how come you have Dak Prescott? He doesn't even follow his own team on Instagram, but he's following Washington now. And then Dallas is putting out a hype video without him. Clearly, this is both, making points in a contract negotiation. But it is what it is. We do get better because I'm your quarterback. Oh, we do. Well, you're already our quarterback, aren't you? Who is better in your opinion, Romo or Dak? Well, I think Romo. Well, Romo. The thing with Romo, he couldn't win the big game. He always choked in the big game. But I would say probably you have to put Romo right now ahead of Dak. But Dak is on his way to be better. Winston Ertz to Miami for first-round pick. Tua draft slim. No, it could never get that much. I wish Nick Gary did cocaine. He might play better. Was that the Super Bowl rigged? Was the Super Bowl rigged? I don't think it was rigged. No. But I do think the refs, they do favor Brady a lot. He's not following Washington no more. But the point's made, though. He made his point. You know what I mean? The only reason he stopped doing it was because of the reaction to it. But he made his point. Have I ever collaborated with? Yeah, I did one time collaborate with him on Bitter Bird Show. I went on. It was 3 guys on there. So yeah, Payback is $40 million per season. Jerry, yeah, pay it. I'm surprised that Lurie doesn't have Howie surgically attached to him. I think he's always there. I bet you Howie can. I bet you there are cameras set up in Lurie's house, and Howie's sitting there. He hacks into the system. He knows everything going on. He knows that big fat mole in his ass. He knows everything, because clearly Lurie is scared to get rid of him, and it doesn't make any sense. He's not any good, What do you think of holding up? What I think is my opinion on why the trade hasn't happened is because the Eagles are not getting what they want for Carson. They can't get what they want. That's why I think it's hold up. That's the only reason I think this thing is hold up. Honestly, with Hurts, we can go 11-5 next season if we draft good. Possibly. Yo, 500, can you do a Jalen Waddle and J.C. Horn, Devontae Smith? Devontae Smith, Farley are done. Waddle, I haven't done. J.C. Horn's probably is next on there. Yeah, I'm gonna go through. We're gonna get into like the 3rd round, 4th round. We're gonna go through it. I'm making a playlist too with it, so you can go back and watch any of the ones I did. We don't need Hurts. I think we don't need Hurts. I think he's almost at his ceiling, unless he takes more time to hold the clipboard. No, I don't think Hurts is at his ceiling. I don't know what his ceiling is. I think Hurts is a developmental quarterback. He's still got to develop. Phil, I think Howie has some illegal insight on Jeffrey. He's got something, Victor. He has to. Dude, J.C. Horn, Eric Stokes, and Kadarius Toney. I'm going to get to all of them, I promise. LT Ballbuster, what's up, man? Hey, did you see my email I sent you? Trade Hurts and let Wentz know it's his team. I wouldn't do that either. I'm not trading Hurts either. I think not at this point. Phil, in your opinion, when we'll get the news that Wentz is gone? I really thought we were getting it yesterday. I still think it's got to be before March. So I'll say the next week or so. It seems like everybody's cooling off. Ian Rappaport was saying earlier that it was close. And then everybody's kind of taking a breath and went into their own corner, and we'll see what happens. Byron Evans, the Birds' last great linebacker. Last great linebacker? Byron Evans may be one of the most underrated. That's the one thing I want to ask Seth Joyner. I want to ask Seth Joyner about Byron Evans, because Byron Evans is so underrated, and he never got the love he deserved because he played around such great players like Seth Joyner, But I would love to hear his opinion on Byron Evans, because I always thought Byron Evans was so underrated. Why would you let Wentz know it is his team? Did you see what he did? No, I wouldn't let anybody know. I think you got open competition. Wait, so do you want Carson or Jalen? This story's all over the place. Here's my position. I do not want to trade Carson Wentz. I do not want to make Carson the starter. So I wouldn't mind keeping him and having an open, fair competition with Hurts. If Hurts beats him out, at that point, I start shopping Carson Wentz. At that point. But I would have at least an open competition. I'm not going to just throw him away. So, now I'm not saying that I want Carson to necessarily be the starter. I just want him to have a competition. However, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. And if they trade him, then let's get a lot for him. The only way I'm happy with Wentz trade is if Foles is included. Really? But if Foles is included, do you want him to be the starter? Make a video, Quiddy. I'll get to him. Definitely. I got a lot of guys. I got like 4 guys to do first. 500 will regret running Carson out of town. I feel like that could happen. Bleeding Green from Texas. I feel like that. I think Howie devalues linebackers so much that the new linebacker coach, who is only 27, could see more snaps on the field. I think you're right. Do I think Barnett will get paid? I hope not. Barnett should not be paid. No. Lag. I know. Somebody called. Somebody called and interfered. Just refresh it real quick. It should be fine. Let me go back on here. There you go. Yo, Philly, don't you think Foles would be a perfect fit in a quarterback room with Hurts? Can't be a bit. No, I think it's a horrible thing. And it's not Nick's fault. And it's not Jalen's fault. The problem is that you're going to have such pressure on Hurts already, right, to be the franchise quarterback. Now you're putting the pressure of putting a legend behind him who, when Hurts has a bad game, the fans are going to be calling for Foles. The fans are going to be calling for Foles all the time. Hurts may be able to handle it. He may not be able to handle it. But my point is, why put him in that situation? Carlos Emmons was most underrated. No. Carlos Emmons was good, but he was not as underrated as Byron Evans. Byron Evans played on a great team, and he should have made Pro Bowls. They were giving Jesse Tuggle Pro Bowls instead of Byron Evans. But they didn't want to give more Eagles players Pro Bowls because it was like almost half the defense. I think the Panthers should be considered a dark horse for Wentz. Okay. He would thrive in Joe Brady's offense because he received. Yeah, I read the Panthers were like not that interested, or they weren't going to really pursue it all that much. We need a good safety. Move Jalen Mills back to cornerback and get a slot corner. All right, yeah, I can deal with that. But I would say I should say this. I like Jalen Mills as a safety better than I like him as a corner. But I'm not moving them. I like it first, a second, and Judy for Wentz. You want a first, second, and Judy? They wouldn't do that. We'll call for Foles once. We'll call for Sudfeld when the choking. Look, they already want him. Reese, thank you, man. What's up? Clemson quarterback? You mean Lawrence? Not gonna happen. I don't know what that means. Yo, 500. Edwards should have went to the Pro Bowl. He's a beast. And they have kind of do the same to BG. Yeah, look, I don't know that Edward. You think TJ Edwards should go to Pro Bowl? Freon, what we are seeing and hearing about Wentz? We should give Hurts a shot. I think you should give Hurts a shot. Yeah, I wouldn't even draft anybody. I think that's simply the calm before the storm. Yeah, it could be. It very well could be the calm before the storm. I actually mentioned that in the video that I have that I'm going to put out in a little bit. LT Ballbuster, man, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. He says, Jeremiah Trotter was my favorite linebacker. Trotter is one of my favorites. I like Trotter. Seth Joyner is my favorite linebacker of all time. Seth Joyner, Byron Evans, Willie T. Those are guys I know. I never saw Chuck Bednarik or anybody like that. But I loved Byron Evans and Seth Joyner. Do you think Ertz gets packaged with Wentz? I feel like, it could happen. You'd have to have a team that has a huge cap because remember, as soon as you get what's his face, you gotta pay Ertz, the Axeman. That's right. The saddest thing I saw was when the Eagles let Trotter go to Washington. Joyner's a beast, bro. Joyner was dominant. Joyner could have won Defensive Players of the Year. He was that good. 500. When Howie goes, who do you want to replace him? Just somebody who knows football. I at this point, I don't even care. Like Louis Riddick, give him a shot. But just you gotta do something. What do you want me to do, Justin? Can you do me a favor? What's up? 500. Hi, Philly. I think Wentz is going to Colts or 49ers, possibly Patriots. I don't know. At this point, I don't know. If he went, let's say the 49ers wanted. What first round pick do the Niners have? I don't know where they're picking. What number are they picking? You got to give me that first round pick, and you got to give me Brandon Ayuk. I like Jordan Mailata a lot. However, I like Jordan Mailata, but I also think he can play right tackle. So if you get an opportunity to get a guy like Penny Sewell, you got to do it. Carson Wentz for Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson's a free agent. At 12, 49ers have the 12. Yeah, give me the 12th pick and Brandon Ayuk, and I'm in. I'll do it. 500. If we get Foles and wins another Super Bowl, does he deserve a street name under Foles? Maybe. Who's your favorite Eagle of all time? Reggie White. Reggie White's my favorite. Bleeding Green from Texas says 500. When Hurts lost his starting spot to Tua, he jumped ship to Oklahoma. What's he going to do when fans start calling for Foles? Yeah, I don't know how he's going to act. Everybody always says that he's the fighter, he's okay, but he did transfer. That's true. Yeah, a good point. Good point. Oh, Sean Woodall, man, thank you so much for the super chat. Says 500. I'm not letting this go. Check the stats for tight ends. He covered versus the rest. Underrated, late 90s, 2000. I think, bro, come on. Oh, Carlos Emmons was a great player. But thank you for super chat. I love Carlos Emmons. I was pissed off when they let him go. He came from Pittsburgh as a free agent. Definitely liked him. He was he's underrated too. He never got the credit, but he was an outside linebacker also. Byron Evans was a middle. Why do people keep talking about Foles? I'm tired of it. Because the Foles in society, they don't play, man. Foles inside don't play. Okay? They destroyed Carson Wentz in 3 years. They will come for Jalen Hurts. And I'm going to have to take the heat. I'm going to be the Jalen Hurts apologist. Because I'm going to be like, no, Jalen Hurts has got to start, not Foles. But they want Foles. Am I still high on Kyle Pitts? Like crazy. Like right now, he's probably my guy I think about all the time. I'm in love with Kyle Pitts. When Hurts got benched on the last game, he said it's not right, not much for a team player. Well, he wanted to win. I understand the competitive nature of any player who wants to win. But for the Eagles, we needed it. Foles in society might go after Jaworski and Cunningham too. Foles in society couldn't handle Randall. I loved you before the Eagles drafted you, Jalen Hurts. You're the savior of the Eagles. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate that. Because Foles is better. Well, see, a lot of people think that, Do a reaction to Ian Book. He might get drafted, but he is the reason Notre Dame was great. I'll check him out, Justin. This season is bad as the Chip Kelly days. So worried about the next season. How do you feel? Yeah, I'm very worried. I'm worried about the future of what's going on with this team. Because I feel like we could easily enter the dark days, with a couple bad mistakes, trade Carson, get a pick, don't get enough for him, draft the wrong guy, and we're in trouble. So I think we're at a pivotal time right now. We're going to either go one way or the other. We're at a fork in the road. I love that the rumor came out that Carson not talking to Howie. That tells us in the locker room it's Howie. Yeah, look, there's even reports coming out that players and people within the organization are saying it's Doug's not the problem, Carson's not the problem, it's Howie. That is what I think. And I'm sorry if I'm missing these. Patrick Mahomes couldn't score a touchdown with a bad offensive line. Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, and Harmon. And Wentz sucks because he had a bad year with same problems without weapons. Yeah, Mahomes is better than him. I don't want to compare Carson to him, but you can look at the situation. A quarterback gets too much pressure, can't move, gets hit too much. Yeah, things happen. I just want talent on my team, and Howie's zero of talent. I agree. Fire his ass, They doubled Hill and Kelce. Mahomes is way better. Mahomes is better, but the situation is true. If your quarterback is getting a lot of pressure and can't move, you're in trouble. Honestly, you think Brady can win 7 Super Bowls in the 80s and 90s? It would be harder. It would be harder because I think you had stronger teams back then. You had more powerhouses. Free agency has diluted the talent throughout the league. So I don't think he would have 7, but I'm not going to sit there and tell you he wouldn't have at least 2 or 3. I wasn't saying Mahomes isn't better. I was saying the quarterback sucks and the O-line. Yeah, I know. I agree with you, Jesse. I agree with you. I didn't mean to come off like I was challenging you. Different rules as well. Yeah, look, Brady would be getting hit. He would get hit and killed in the 80s. You think Buddy Ryan wouldn't be going at him, hitting him late? You could get away with that. You can't get away with that. They protect Brady. I think it would have taken out, not being able to come back, to be honest. It could be, yeah. Stuart Bradley stunk. Stuart Bradley, the Eagles' old man, Mr. Concussion, they stunk. The Roseman Society has 2 members, Lurie. That is the greatest comment ever. Protest the firehouse. Yeah. Oh man, that's great. I was vaguely remember Bill Berge, but not enough to. I can't say I watched him enough at the time. Gary, we were in the basement until the booze runs out. Yeah. How he made Doug pull Hurts and lose the last game. He is a weasel, absolutely. This needs top-tier talent. That's what half of the media doesn't understand. This team is so bad at getting talent. Well, the media loves it because, for whatever reason, they don't like Carson Wentz. They love the drama. It gives them things to do. I mean, look, all this stuff has given me a lot of videos and content to create. However, I don't want to create content at the behest of my team being hurt. I don't want to do that. I don't like doing it. That's why I'm like, I hope this thing just gets over with soon. They love it. They eat it up. I hope the Birds don't trade Wentz for... No, they won't trade him for that. So are you scared of the Giants? They are pissed at us. No, I want Giants week 1. Berge was a boss, plus it was cool to see a linebacker wear 66. Yeah, that was cool. It's a little young. I'm a little young for Berge, though. I remember, I'll tell you, like, one of the first guys that I remember, Roy Nell Young, my favorite player that I really ever, just felt absolutely in love with was Mike Quick. That was, my guy. That was, my first jersey. Philly Swag, 24, man. Welcome to Dingbat Nation, buddy. Welcome to Dingbat Nation. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Welcome, my man. Howie owns the media, not Lurie. Yeah, Howie's running the show. Howie's even telling the owner what to do. He tells them what to do. He tells them what to think. And the owner just makes excuses. The owner actually said, I don't hold any of the draft picks against Howie because the people he wanted at the time were not there. Well, in any draft, there are going to be players that come off the board that you like. You have to have that second player, the third player, the fourth player. How can he not hold them responsible? Howie is the problem. I did a video on this. I'll put it out later. It's so true. Who would I like to replace? I don't know who's available right now, but the first guy I think of is Louis Riddick. Louis Riddick, I like how he thinks. I like what he sees, and he hated Howie. Yo, Philly, what's your game plan this offseason? Signing at least so we prove defense. I think you're going to see a lot of people go. I don't know how much free money we're going to have to go sign people. I think you're going to see a lot of small signings, nothing really big. And I think that the key for us is going to be the draft. 500, there are a lot of players who leave here and talk about Howie Roseman. Too many players have done this. Obviously, there is a problem. We haven't gotten rid of the problem. Right, I agree. Yeah, doesn't he have a draft board? I mean, it's crazy. Howie showed me pictures of Lurie. He's not going. That's so true. I want to see those pictures. Because I'll tell you, I'll say, look, Howie, I saw the pictures. He'll be there for a long time. That's hilarious. Oh, Zachary, I was just about to read your thing. Bulls blitzed the hell out of Mahomes, showed no mercy. Hey, and I'm a big believer in that kind of defense. I would have took Bulls. I would have took a shot on Bulls. I like Bulls a lot. What would it take for Howie to destroy the Lurie foot? I don't know, But if Lurie needs a secret fat spy, fat ninja, I'm the fat ninja. I'll go in there and I'll break in his house. I'll stay like this. I'll look like some deer he shot or something, and then I'll get those pictures. I can do reconnaissance. Howie creates drama all the time. My top 5 Eagles of all time: Dawkins, Reggie, Deshaun Jackson, Nick Foles, and Jalen Hurts. Very cool, Richard. Very cool. Metcalf wasn't on the Eagles board. Character issues. See playoff game. Well, I mean, that's stupidity because he seems to be fine. I don't believe that. I think that when you hear that, well, he wasn't on a board because of character issues or health reasons. When I hear that, a lot of times I think that's just the excuse why, what they have to put out there so they don't have to say, we got it wrong, Jeremiah Butler, man, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Appreciate that. He says, I honestly suggest boycotting this regime. If this offseason goes bad, I'm so serious. Can't let these fools destroy this franchise. Jeremiah Butler, man, thank you for the super chat. I feel you, man. I feel you, Thank you for super chat. Breaking news, Howie's trash? Yes. Are we keeping Alshon Hurts? Him showed chemistry. No, I think Alshon's gone, but they have to wait. They have to designate him a post June 1st cut. Did you ever message on Flick Chat? By the way, did I ever see? I didn't see it. No, Papa. I'll have to get on a check. Philly, when do you think we will find the next young corners like Lito? You might find them this draft. The Eagles could easily go Patrick Surtain. You know, came and went, and now it hurts. Yeah, I love that name. That's a great name. Vice Ekahema was great. He was a Cardinal a long time before. Farley, I got done. I just did a reaction video on him. I just got to edit it. Him and Devontae Smith. In my 52 years, I've never seen so many damn quarterback controversy. It's crazy. It is crazy, isn't it? And now the whole Russell Wilson. I mean, what if Russell Wilson wants to get traded? If you're the Colts, if you're all those teams, you're going after Russell Wilson. You're not going after Carson Wentz. So could that hurt the value too? It's pretty crazy. Is Lurie turning to a bet owner Snyder? In some ways he is, yeah. Howie Roseman trade himself. That's what we need. What if Wentz can't be traded and stays, and he refuses to play for us? Can we sue him? No, I mean he'll just never. It won't work. He won't. Carson won't do that. He didn't. Carson hasn't even created a. Carson hasn't even created a. He hasn't even asked. I'm sorry. He hasn't even asked for a trade request. He hasn't put a trade request in. He'll play. He'll compete. I think making him stay and man up and fight may be the best thing for him, and he may not even know it. The best thing for him, maybe he has to go fight for it. Don't give it to him. You know? Let him grow up, if that's what it takes. If I would check the Twitter DMs after this. Okay, Kara, I will. I definitely will. I'm going to do about 5 more minutes, and then we're going to end it. I got some things to do, and I'll put that video out later in a couple hours because I already did it. I wasn't going to go live today, but I had an extra hour and so I feel like there's a slight chance Carson stays now, but I highly doubt it. Yeah, I'm still betting he gets traded, but there is a chance. 500. Imagine if Carson was throwing to DK and Jefferson. I know. It would be insane. It would be insane. Oh, I heard about Ron Hextall, Pittsburgh. Oh my gosh, that's painful. What if Wentz can't be traded and stays? He refuses to play. He's not. You can't sue him. He just won't get. He won't get paid. He'll start getting fined. Actually, no one wants to play for Wentz after the season, and what's been doing silence speaks volumes. Could. Who do you think is going to win the NFC East and the record? It's too early to tell. I think the NFC East could go a lot of ways. Carson told himself he wants to be traded. He might have. Deshaun Watson, I would love. I wish they would just get on with it already. Me too. Way off topic, but thoughts on LaMelo Ball? He's winning Rookie of the Year, and he's looking like a star. I always thought he was going to be really good. You know, I wasn't sure about his brother, but I always thought he was going to be. 500. Did you like Cobb? No. I was very upset when they traded Donovan to Washington because I thought you don't trade him within division. And Cobb, I was like, he had a couple good games. The way I saw Cobb was kind of like I see Jalen Hurts. Like, I mean, he showed some good things. I don't know what he could be. I guess we're gonna find out. Let's see. And then he got destroyed by Matthews, concussion. And then Vic went in, and you remember that game? It was Green Bay Eagles, and they were wearing Kelly Green, and Vic's moving around. I'm going, this is like the Randall Cunningham days. And I was at that point, I wanted Vic, and I don't think Cobb ever covered. Respect Eagle fans, but my God, Chris Ballard, please no. I never believed in Cobb. I was open. Did you hear Texans called about one? Yeah, Texans and the Niners apparently. At this point, I don't know. I'll look into it. I didn't read the details of it. If it's worth reporting about, or I don't want to say reporting, I'm not a reporter, I'm an opinionist. If it's worth giving my opinion about, I will. Reports coming out now that Carson wants out because of the front office. Donovan was done when he traded him. He wasn't a threat to us. No, but, you know, to go to a rivalry is what bothered me, you know. And they only got a second-round pick for him. And that second-round pick turned into Nate Late Allen, who I could not stand. You know, I think there's a lot of rumors right now, to be honest. Zay Boogie, man, thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. He says, yo, 500, Texans are in the mix. What do you think about Watson goes to Eagles? I don't believe the Texans are in the mix. I don't buy. I'm not buying it. I don't think that, but if they are, and I could get Deshaun Watson, yes, I'm all about Deshaun Watson. He's only 25 years old. Deshaun Watson is a guy I liked coming out of college. I thought he was going to be the best quarterback. Mahomes is, but Deshaun Watson, absolutely. Only thing is, Deshaun Watson comes here. He ain't got DeAndre Hopkins. Witch King says, do you still think we should have gotten Henry Ruggs? Do you think Rager will be better? No, I still think we should have gotten Ruggs. I said one of the top three. Ruggs, Judy, or Lamb. I still stick by that. 500, what's the holdup on the Carson trade? It sounds like, my guess is that the Eagles are not getting what they want. That's it. They're not getting what they want. So we'll see. Look, I'll look into this whole 49ers and Texans thing, and if there's something to it, or if it's worth talking about, I'll redo my video that I have, and I won't put out the other one. I'll put a new one out. Otherwise, I'm just gonna put my video tonight, and that's about Howie Roseman. How do you plan on getting that belt back? My plan to get the belt back. Here's my plan. I'm going to get another belt. I'm going to create another belt. And I'm going to put Pizzle's name and his face on the belt. So that when he sees it, he's going to be like, I need that belt. That belt. And then I'm going to challenge that belt for his belt. And then I'm going to have two belts. That's my plan. You like that plan? I'm going to make it so he can't not say yes. They should take a first, a second, or third. I hear you, Joe Mama. 500. What's Ertz? I think Ertz is like a third or fourth round pick. That's what I think. Yes, sir. A1 plan. That's what I'm going to do. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I actually need to talk to Michael, find out where he got that made, because when he sees that, I'm gonna be like, I'm a champ again. So we're gonna have two champs, and he's gonna want that belt. Fabian, did you have a nickname for Bradford? Yeah, Sam Stinkford. Two belts like Jericho. That's right. We need like 3 belts, so it's like undisputed champ. I think Ertz has more value than Wentz thought. You think? I don't think so. I think all his money, all his value went out last year. Is that Capizzo do really from? He's like Tennessee or Alabama. Yeah. Hey, Philly 500. Carson Wentz got traded. No, not yet. Not yet. It seems like, we were ready for it to happen any moment. They were reporting next 24, 48 hours. Now it's like Ian Rappaport's saying everybody's kind of taking a deep breath and going their own corners. My guess is the reason why the Eagles have not traded Carson is they can't get what they're asking. Time for Tio McNabb to grow up. We're still having. Oh, that's so funny. We'd be lucky to get a 6th rounder for Ertz. Probably going to have, I think, like a 4th, maybe a 3rd. Hey, 500. Sorry, I haven't been active recently. My mother just. Deshaun, Decola, man, your mother passed away from COVID. My condolences, man. Prayers go out to you. I'm sorry to hear that, but it is good to see you, buddy. Forget the belt. Get the channel for a week. Oh, I need to get something to entice him. 500. I feel like Wentz should get one more chance. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'd take Asante Samuel Jr. pick. Joe Mama, did you see my Asante Samuel Jr. video? Trade happening Thursday. It could happen Thursday. We'll have to see. All right, guys. Well, listen, I'm gonna go. I'll look into that 49ers thing, Texans thing. If it's worth doing, I'll cancel the video I'm gonna put out later, and I'll do one on that. But I'm gonna let you guys go. I gotta run some errands and things. I have to go to the pharmacy and do a couple other things. So I'm gonna let you guys go. But thank you so much. If you haven't, please like, please subscribe. Appreciate you guys. And we'll talk to you guys later. So take care. Talk to you later. And of course, don't be a dingbat.